Yo guys, what is going on? Welcome back to another video. Now, of course, this video, a lot of you might have been thinking to yourselves, where else was it yesterday? Well, of course, the match day vlog came out yesterday, so I thought, well, it's only right that I bring this one out today. It'll be the next day, of course. Tomorrow, the preview. Saturday, I'm not too sure about what's happening Saturday. I might just sort of like do a little review as soon as I get home. I'll put it out on Sunday. I ain't too sure yet. And of course, match day vlog again next week against Millwall. And I'm going to have a special one for you as well. I'm doing Creamfields next Sunday. So, on the Sunday night, hopefully on the Monday, as soon as I'm back in Teesside, I can actually put out the vlog of watching the Swedish House Mafia headline Creamfields on the Sunday. So yeah, I'm absolutely buzzing for that one. I cannot wait for that. Massive, massive weekend coming next weekend. Public video will be out on Friday as well. But yeah, for right now, we've got to kind of depress ourselves a little bit and think back to the game that we played a few nights ago. CREWE Alexandra at home, Carabao Cup, first round, but beaten badly. I mean, I know we drew 2-2, then we got beat on penalties, but it felt like we were already beat before we even scored. I mean, people out there who are obviously at the game or whatever, or just heard on the radio or watched it on a link or whatever, I just don't get it. I just didn't understand it. Like the first half, and before I even scored, I was bored. I was falling asleep. Ridiculous. Just ridiculous. It was like, just sat there thinking, like, what on earth is happening? Like, where has this pressing game gone? Why on earth do we already look beaten before we even kick the ball? Why do everybody look tired all the time? I just didn't get it. It didn't make sense to me in the slightest. Watch us warm up, and a few players looked bothered, a few players didn't look bothered. They came out the tunnel. She started the game, and of course Steve Walker, who got put on the left hand side, who I didn't agree with. You know what I mean? Steve Walker plays through the middle as a striker, got put on the left, but fair play to him. Do you know what I mean? He got on with it. He's played out on the left and played his role, but he did cut in early on onto his right foot. Had a decent attempt. Goalkeeper got down to his bottom right and saved it. But you know, a decent shot from Steve. The game went on, and as the game went on, it reached a half an hour. CREWE suddenly broke into the game. We just sort of fell to pieces at the back. Didn't really get what was going on there. And then, of course, we fell behind. Obviously, the goal scorer is a 42nd minute Porter in one of the most bizarre goals I've ever seen in my lifetime, watching the Borough against anybody. The corner comes in. We clear it to the edge of the box. The guy then played a simple pass to the edge of the box. I mean, like, so obviously he gets to the edge of the D. He put it back into the box. The guy manages to trick, I think it was George Friend and somebody else, plays it through. The guy scuffs his shot. It definitely wasn't a cross. If it was a cross, then listen, there was a fair bit of power on that cross. I thought it was a shot. Smacks off Porter's head, goes in the back of the net, right in front of whereabouts I was. 1-0 down to CREWE, and I'm looking around and I'm thinking to myself, this isn't right, this. We have not started right. There was no tempo to our play. There was no rhythm. We looked, like I say, man, do you know what I mean? We looked tired. We looked boring. There was nothing there. There was nothing happening. Rudy Gusted up front did very little. And for the money he's on a week, oh, mate, just try a bit harder for us. Try and do something. Single time the ball come to him, he kept giving it away and he couldn't do much. Was it not his game? Who knows? But look at that thinking, we had nothing off Rudy. George Saville, I thought, was a bit poor in the game. I thought Adam Clayton was a bit poor. Literally 3 minutes later, they scored again. This time it came from Charlie Kirk, who in the preview, Pete, the CREWE fan, did warn us that Charlie Kirk, the youth product, would have been one to watch, a bit of flair. And I couldn't understand the second goal. Nobody goes with him. You've got George Friend and, oh man, who the hell was playing on the left-hand side? I'm trying to think on top of my head there. But obviously the ball goes out. Nobody goes to the man, Charlie Kirk. And he just puts it in past Pears. We're 2-0 down. 45th minute on the clock. The referee blows a whistle at half time. A lot of fans streamed out, well, like just around me, just left. And I look around thinking, can you blame them? I know it isn't right to walk out in your club or walk out in your team, but listen, I didn't walk out. Do you know what I mean? People want to walk out, people walk out. Do you know what I mean? It's a free country. People can do whatever they want. Do you know what I mean? People paid to come into the game. People aren't impressed. People are getting sick of it and off they go. And I'm looking around at half time and I'm thinking to myself, it's all wrong. The whole way we've set up, the tempo, the rhythm is dead. There was nothing there. We don't look interested. And I just looked at it and I just thought, something's got to give, something's got to change. But if something doesn't change, they score again. How embarrassing is that to go out 3-0 to a League 2 side? Honestly, I just couldn't understand it at all. Second half starts, a couple of substitutions, or I should say all three got used. Paddington there, Fletcher and Brick came on. Creighton went off, Gusted went off. Oh no, should I say Gusted stayed on for a little bit, and of course he got taken off for, I think it was Britt or Fletcher. I know I'm messing up with these substitutions, but just take it as it is. And then, of course, second half starts. Paddy McNair, for me, best player on the pitch. As soon as he came on, instant impact. Running at the CREWE ALEXANDRA back line. Tearing through the midfield. Absolutely fantastic. He should have started the game. Of course, when we played on the Saturday, so might have been a little bit tired. Britt Bolonga offered us very little. Again, disappointed in Britt. The one person I was most disappointed in performance-wise was Marcus Tavernier. I big up the guy so much. I think Marcus Tavernier is such a talent. But for me, he let himself down against CREWE. If I'm being completely honest there. I was really disappointed in his performance. I really thought it was going to be the game for him. I thought he was going to shine like a star inside the midfield. I thought he was going to do so much. And he did so much little. And I was just so disappointed in Marcus Tavernier's performance, if I'm being completely honest. And like I said, I mean, he wasn't the only one. Disappointing Gusted. Disappointing George Saville, who again last season I thought was absolutely immense. But on Tuesday night, just wasn't very good. Adam Clayton did very little to offer us anything. For Paddy McNair, like I say, man of the match for me on Saturday, man of the match again, him or Fletcher. And that's where the first goal came from, 75th minute. When we actually just started getting to the game on the 73rd minute, and that's when I obviously did my bit of my vlog and I said 73 minutes on the clock. Borough actually thought they were going to do something. Ball fell to Ashley Fletcher, took on his right foot, put in the bottom corner, and then the game was back on. And I'm thinking, crying out loud, Borough man, we waited till 75 minutes to actually try and have a goal. Last 15 minutes, 91st minute on the clock. Ball came across again from Ashley Fletcher, missed every single person but one on his debut. Baller smashes it in. Borough get to 2-2. Full-time whistle blows. We go to penalties. Up first for Borough was Britt Bolonga, and I'm stood there and thinking to myself, please, Britt, don't miss, Britt. Please, please, I'm begging you, mate, please don't miss. I know he's watched his conference from missing against Luton. He won't miss this one. I could have put money on it. You know what I mean? I was going to put money on it and say he won't miss this penalty. Puts it wide. And then obviously, you know what I mean, all the fans sort of turned and it got a bit nasty. And I looked at it and I thought, Britt, I know your confidence is low, but just take your time. Do you know what I mean? Just take your time. Of course, he stuttered and then he ran into it. And could he put too much power on it? Was he just nervous and he sort of just like messed up his complete shot? Who knows? But went to penalties. Lost 4-2. Of course, Marcus Brown missed his as well. And overall, if I'm being honest with you now, speaking from the heart here, I was disappointed and I was gutted. But I can't take nothing away from CREWE. Credit whoever's credit's due. Do you know what I mean? Listen, they came down with a game plan and listen, they executed it. Even though they won on penalties in the first half, they absolutely bossed it. For second half, listen, they could have got another 2 if they wanted. I thought CREWE, looking at their performance, they probably will do well inside the league too. So I mean, came here and beat us in Championship. But I was just disappointed, Borough fans and sports fans, everybody else out there. I am sat here now. I'm still gutted from it. I'm just thinking to myself, and one thing everyone seems to be doing at the minute is also going towards the manager and also like blaming Woodgate. It isn't Woodgate, and I won't blame Woodgate for that performance. Woodgate selected the team, and we all know exactly what he wants to do with the, you know what I mean, with his squad. But at the minute, the players, for me, don't look as interested. If I'm being completely honest, on Saturday, I thought some of the players looked tired before the kick-off, and in the second half, we were very, very poor. Yeah, and of course on Tuesday, again, first half, was exactly the same second half against Brentford. Poor, nothing there, nobody wanting to sort of step up until second half came, and Paddy McNair and Ashley Fletcher showed it. I mean, they actually got the team sort of going. I was looking at it thinking, you know what I mean, listen, I get we're out the cup now, I understand all this, and concentrate on the league. Yeah, fantastic, do you know what I mean, let's concentrate on the league. But I won't be blaming Woodgate. Listen, I just won't do it. Do you know what I mean? I just won't do it. Because for me, he selected the team. We all know his philosophy. And at the minute, obviously, I don't know if the players are getting used to it or whatever. And defeats are going to come. And I guess we have to learn to accept the defeats. And that's perfectly fine. But Tuesday, for me, was just a little bit sort of hard. Sort of just hard to take. And I thought we're better than that. Do you know what I mean? We are a lot better than that. Should he have started with Fletcher and Bolonga? Should Gusted not have played? Yeah, I will go with that one. Rudy Gusted for me, if you want to be in this team, if you want to play for the Borough, show a bit for this, mate, please. Please show a bit for the badge, because I'm watching you on Tuesday. It didn't look interesting for 45 minutes. Do you know what I mean? And listen, if any sort of person was given that opportunity, you know what I mean? Say that Rudy Gusted's got now, listen, I'd snap your hands off that opportunity to play on that pitch every single week for the Borough. Show a bit for the badge, Rudy, for me, please, mate. Because like I say, Tuesday was shocking. But listen, I won't just single out Rudy Gusted. I thought a lot of people had a shocking game. And overall now, Borough out the cup. And it's back to normality now against Blackburn Rovers on Saturday. Do you want me to preview about tomorrow? It's going to be another tough game. Borough fans out there, I'm just trying to be as brutally honest as I could be. Do you know what I mean? I don't like beating around the bush or trying to sort of like paper over cracks. I'm going to tell you exactly how it is and tell you exactly how I'm feeling. Gutted the fact that we went out on Tuesday because of CREWE ALEXANDRA, and not because of League 2. Do you know what I mean? Fair play to them for coming down here and winning the game. Do you know what I mean? That's exactly what they planned to do. That's exactly what they did. They played with no pressure and it showed in the first half. We have a lot of work to do as a squad behind the scenes and training. Do you know what I mean? But I have a lot of work to do. And I think it's going to take time. Do you know what I mean? It's going to take time. And people keep asking me, how long am I going to give Woodgate? It's full contract. I give him his full contract for a year. For a year plus, depending on how long he's here for. You know what I mean? And listen, he's got a philosophy there. He's still trying to get up to the players, and I get all this. But Tuesday night for me, it just wound me up to the extent where I thought, we are better than this, and we're not playing like we're better than it. Disappointed. Borough fans, leave your comments down below. What did you make the game on Tuesday night? Leave all your comments down inside the comment section. Check out my social medias, link inside the description. I post the most on Instagram, so if you're not following me on Instagram, it is inside the description. Go and follow that. I also go live on my Facebook page every other couple of days. So like I say, man, go and drop that a like as well. Follow my Twitter account, and I will see you very, very soon. Whoop the butter.